Yavna, everyone kind of talks about the March to Living as kind of your final step in the Yavna journey, and everyone describes it as a trip that you need to go on. And I could never really understand that because, I mean, you can't really understand the trip until you go on it. And so I think my big takeaway is that I learned so much from being here, and I really think that you really can't fully understand. I mean, you can never really understand, but you can't reach some level of understanding without coming here and seeing the camps yourself and seeing the crematoriums, and so that really kind of affirmed my belief that this is a trip that everyone should go on sometime in their life.
I expected to come here I had a lot of questions already and to get the answers, but I'm leaving here with way more questions than I have and a lot more thoughts than I initially came with, especially like Grant said when we were at Treblinka, just being with Grant and Jake made me think about my family and their past in the Holocaust a lot more like deeply than I have before, and I've kind of come to an understanding of what they went to the extent that I can, and also just it made me realize that all of us as students and children and one day we'll be parents and have kids, that we have to continue on and pass on these stories because there's not going to be anyone to tell them. And that, I know I've mentioned that before in other mifkashim and stuff, but I think it's something that's really important because our families have lived through something that nobody should ever have to live through again, and everyone just needs to know that it's something really important and we just have to keep it from occurring again.
Today when we were walking through the camp, like something that's hit me hard through all of the camps have been when the children are mentioned and when I think about how their lives ended before they really even started. And to me, like every time the children were mentioned, tears just came out of my eyes because I think that that's so sad, and I think that that's so just awful and inhumane of someone to end a child's life. And it makes me so thankful that I'm here today and that we are able to come on this trip, like that our parents have given us the opportunity, that we're all in good health and able to walk as much as we have, and just so appreciative of the people that I'm with right now around me, the people that are in my life, my family, like people that have made me who I am today and gotten me to where I am today. And like without them, I don't know what I would do. So I'm just very thankful for everything that I've learned on this trip and how I've already grown. I have a new awareness of Judaism, of religion, of spirituality, of those around me, and I'm just very thankful that I got to come on this trip and that I got to realize that and see that, because I wouldn't want to know where I would be right now without it.
And this is touching on what Grant and Alexander said about how we are going to face, anti-Semitism, anti-Zionism, people who doubt, people who say the Holocaust was fake and never happened, and we're going to be the ones who have to explain to them that we were with the survivors and we were there at where it happened and we saw firsthand. I mean, we weren't actually there when it went down, and it really touched me because, that thought crossed my mind before, but then when my dad sent me that I got that letter at Treblinka and I read it, he explained it to me again, and I was like, now that I'm here instead of at home and he's explaining that to me, that it's gonna happen, and we're gonna be the ones who have to deal with it the right way. We can't just let it slip our mind. We can't hear someone in the back of our head or in the back and they're talking about how the Holocaust was fake, and we just can't walk away from that. We have to stand up for what we believe in and what actually happened and say that we were there, we were with the survivors, because soon enough there won't be any survivors left.
My grandma's a survivor, and she would never talk about the Holocaust at all. She didn't like to speak about it. And then a few years ago, my sister was going on the March of Living, and she also had I think senior year, she had a project for Jewish history, where she had to ask my grandmother about the Holocaust, and she finally started to open up about it, speak about it a little bit, and she's gotten better over the years talking about it because she knows how important it is for us to learn about it. And when we were at Treblinka looking at the letters, I had a letter from my grandma, and in a letter she explained briefly about her experiences in the Holocaust. And the other day I was FaceTiming my mom, and she told me that that was the first time she ever wrote about the Holocaust, physically wrote about it. So that was very powerful, and I was very emotional.
I received a letter from my parents, which was really sweet, but the letter that was most moving for me was from my grandmother, and she is a survivor of the Holocaust, and what was so moving for me was that I found out, well, it wasn't really moving, it was really sad to hear, but I found out about her best friend who died in the Holocaust, and I didn't realize that she had gone through that, and it was really sad. And she wrote about how they spent a lot of time together throughout the years of her childhood, and I thought about my own best friend and growing up with her, and how I just couldn't even imagine losing her, and especially in such a terrible way. And I think that just reading her letter made me almost, like, I just wanted to hug her, and like I could understand her better, because sometimes my grandma's very like short and she has a lot of fear, and I can understand why now, of course. And I really also liked hearing about the different acts of resistance that people had in the Holocaust, and I loved hearing about the Polish, that some of the families would take in people, some of the Jews, and I thought that was very touching, that people would be so selfless and risk their own lives for others in need. And, you know, stories like that are always very touching for me.
So it hit me at Treblinka. I don't think I'll ever forget Jack's voice when he said, "You're in hell right now and you don't even know it." And then when we read the letters, and I was really emotional, but I was lucky enough to go hug my dad after. And then when we sang Ani Mamim, that was really special too, because every time we've been like saying the Mourner's Kaddish or saying a prayer in like a barrack or something, that really gets me, because you know, like that's why we're here, and we're like such a support system, and we're proving that, you know, like we're making the most like horrific places, like for a moment it's really beautiful, like what we're doing, and that we're praying for these people. So I like that.
All of you are my heroes. May God bless you to continue and to be the way you are now, and to keep up our Jewish heritage and our Jewish. And may you all be blessed by God, and all your wishes should come true. Hallelujah. Amen.
We didn't bring you guys here that you're going to be angry. This is not our purpose of bringing you. We bring you here for just the opposite. I don't know, I'm not a big Hebrew scholar, but in Hebrew they say, Mi'oz yaitze matok. Yeah? From the bad things comes the sweet things. We brought you here to get energy and more, learn that we made it. We came out, we built new lives, we did a lot of good things. I mean, our survivors. So we don't want to be angry. We just want to be positive, optimistic. That's one thing. Now, the other thing I want to tell you is, let you in a secret. You know, I ordered this weather today for you guys.
You ordered it.
Yeah, because we're all Floridians, you know, we have palm trees and all this. And I want you to feel like you were walking for an hour or two in that incredible weather. It gave you a little bit feeling how it felt when things are not so good, not so easy, you know. Like been in the cat car, I've been in the purpose of our was to show you, to feel, to have the emotion. And I can tell you, I don't have to talk about you guys. You said it all, what you said. And I'm going to tell you, you are an incredible group. You know, you wouldn't believe that, well, you tell us probably to every group. I've been 7 times at this. But you were exceptional, incredible group. Not only you changed in this week, I'll tell you, you're not the same person you came here. And not only this, I think you're going to change some of your parents too in this year. So I think we had a successful week, and we should come out with optimism and hope. And where we're going, the sun will shine in Israel, and you will see the good things, what the Jews created, what we have. Even, you heard a lot of speeches here. You should go to Israel. The rabbi said you should lay tefillin tomorrow at Taoist or go to the mikveh. I know some of you, it's not going to happen. You're not going to Israel. You're not going to lay tefillin tomorrow morning. But what I want you to do, conscientious Jews, have optimism, and be future leaders in the community. I think I don't want to repeat the same thing. But I said yesterday, Al tefrosh atzmecha miatzibur. Don't isolate it. Be a part of the community. Particularly you guys, seniors, who are going to college next year. You're going to face music there. And you know what I'm talking. So you have to be strong, conscientious, and good Jews. And good luck to you all.